Hey guys, Liz Bogerlin with Olive Branch Studio. I know it's been a couple weeks since I've been in. Actually, I've been in here. I just haven't had a chance to make any videos. I have been coaching golf. Golf season is over. Thank you, Lord. Had a great time, but I'm back in the studio painting and doing tutorials once again. I have been, guys, on this kick of making tulips. They're such a beautiful spring flower and super simple and fun to make. So I wanted to show you some of them I've been working on. I did a turquoise one and these super rich, earthy looking purple color. I mean, I am obsessed with this one, probably more than I should. It is for sale in my Etsy store though. And then I was working on this pretty guy today. And I thought, do we do black? Do we do purple? I don't know. But I love the black too. But I think I'm going to go with the purple once again and show you how I created my tulip. I started off first by simply drawing the lines for my tulip. I would love to say that I could just do this and voila, I could just paint it. But I really need guidelines. So I go through and draw them. And guys, I do have these on my Etsy shop also, and I put a free one on my Facebook page on Olive Branch Studio. If you want to just download it, you can use it to paint, to color, however you want to do it. Have fun making those tulips. Okay, so let's get started here. I am going to go with the purple. I love a good purple color. So what I do, I'm not doing wet on wet, which is where we have the wet paint and the wet material as well. I'm just putting actually pretty raw paint down. It's not diluted so much, just a touch of water, just enough to make it wet. Can we see that okay? All right, and probably the hardest part about this tulip is the dry time in between, that waiting. So, and if you know me and you've seen my videos before, the dry time is shortened by the fact that Liz likes to use her dryer. She's a cheater when it comes to drying her paintings. The thing is, sometimes when you dry the paintings that you want them to blend, like the colors to blend, you don't quite always get the effects you want. So I have the purple down. Now I just took a little bit of yellow and put on the tip of my brush, not a lot. And all I'm going to do is touch the base of that petal. And you can see how that bloom is being created there. Okay. You can put it at the base of the petal. You can put it up at the top. You can put this anywhere you want that the color is going to spread. And the amazing thing about this is in nature, you see effects like this, like maybe not exactly like it, but you see different variations in the flowers themselves, which just make them so, so pretty. Okay. Now, because this is still wet, I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to dry it yet. I am going to skip a petal. I'm going to go back here and kind of do one in the back, giving that other one a chance to dry before we butt up against it. Because if I don't take the chance to let that dry a little bit, our paint will all bleed into one petal. It'll bleed together. That won't be pretty. So I'm going to do this side as well. I'm going to spin it around. So I'm just getting that pigment down. I'm using it right out of the well there with very little water, whatever's on my brush. So it's a pretty dark, I think this is dioxazine. I can't say it. Say it, dioxazine purple. It's a Daniel Smith color. Okay, so now, yes, even the smallest of petal, I'm going to add some yellow to it, probably down here. And you'll see it spread. And you want that to happen, okay? Really, I know what I was going to say. The other thing, it also helps to separate the petals. You're not making that divide with a darker color or anything. That's helping to separate the petals that you're putting together. Okay, I'm going to take a moment and dry what I have so far. Okay, so my petals are dry. We're ready to go on to the next petal. I really hope you guys are giving these a chance. You're trying them out. And please don't be too hard on yourself if they don't come out absolutely perfect in your eyes. I had the first picture that I had painted with the tulips. When I first painted it, I can honestly say I hated it to the point where I was going to toss it in the garbage. I just did not like it at all. And I put it to the side, which I've gotten better at rather than just tossing. I'll put it to the side and come back in a day or two. Maybe there's something I can do, edit it a little bit. Just walk away from it, really. And you know what? I looked at it this morning and I thought, why was I going to throw this away? This is a gorgeous piece. The colors are intense and I loved it. So don't be so hard on yourself. When it comes to, especially watercolor, it's not always the easiest medium. I don't know if it's ever the easiest medium. Once you get used to it, yes. But even then, there are going to be paintings that you just think, oh my gosh, I look like a third grader to this. You know what, guys? It's okay. Because it's your painting. And if we do this to, you know, make millions, then we're probably doing it for the wrong reason. Make millions, that's cute. I don't think I'm going to make millions off of this. But, you know what? I hope that by doing this, doing the videos, doing the classes with y'all, I pray that somebody learns how to relax a little bit after work, that somebody learns or maybe teaches somebody else different skills to paint, a new hobby. Those are my dreams. Kind of like Kermit the Frog. If you guys have ever seen that Muppet movie, he says, I just want to make millions of people happy. Well, there you go. I don't know if I'll make millions of people happy, but if I can make one person happy and one person be able to relax with my techniques or what they have learned through watercolor, I will just be a happy person. If it's 5 people, I'll be happier. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry a little bit, and I'm going to come down and work on my stem and my leaves. And I did the top part with a Princeton Round Aqua Elite number 4. I didn't go big, but I'm going to switch over, and I think I have a Raphael size 8. I'm going to switch over to a bigger brush to do these parts simply because it's a bigger area to cover. Okay, so, ooh, you know what that means? This appearance means that Liz has a lot of water on her brush. We will remedy that. Probably too much there. Now I'm just going to, and if my lines look a little faint from my leaf, it is because after I drew it, I went back and erased some of the heavier lines. So you really don't want to see those when you're painting or when you're finished painting. You want to get rid of them. Just kind of smooth that out. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Now, while that is still wet, I'm going to go in and grab a darker green. Let's see, what do I have here? I'm not sure what my colors are. I switched palettes. One should never do that. It's a palette I've had for a while, but I had to refill it, several of my pans. So what I did is I put it aside and I used a different one for a while. And now I don't have my colors memorized. So I took, my first color was an olive green. Oh, I just dribbled water onto that. Did you see that? That's a big no-no. I'm going to pat it. So going back to the beginning here, I had olive green. No, it's not the end of the world if you dribble water. If you catch it, it's all good. And then I took, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it. It's a darker green, Daniel Smith. And, oh, it's like the undersea green, I believe. And I just ran down the edge. I didn't do, like, try to make lines or create anything. But while that leaf was still wet, that's what I did. I dripped water everywhere. Now, see, this is the life of somebody who's painting and not perfect. Gosh, not perfect by any stretch. In fact, I was painting the black tulip earlier, and I went to work on a leaf, and I dropped my paintbrush. So I dropped it on, not on the table, but on the paper I was working on. So I had to really work to try and get the extra color off, which you can do. You can erase the color that's on there. As long as it's not completely dry, you can pretty well get rid of it all. So there's my sap green. I'm going to go back in and get that undersea green and just run along the outside of it there really fine. Okay, just to give it that a nice, I don't know, woodsy appearance. And you can see my top petal up here is still pretty wet. So I'm going to go ahead and do my stem in that same sap green. It is, I love sap green and olive green are two that, actually, I get them confused quite a bit. But they're two that I use a lot. And I think I buy more sap green though, but just because I use it a lot. So they're very versatile. I think that's what I was getting at. And then I'm going to take that undersea green once again and just kind of run it along one side of the stem as well. Maybe it'll kind of fill in there. There. Now I'm going to dry this so I don't bump it or mess anything up, okay? Alrighty, so all my leaves and my petals are dry. I just have a couple more up here at the top. I'm going to come in and just fill in those diamond shapes. And I don't want them to be too wet. Okay, so I can lift some of that paint out of there. There's a lot, but I want it wet enough that when I add a little, just a touch of yellow, because I don't want it to be like all purple because it's going to stand out among what we're doing here. So I need to add a little bit of that yellow to give it that exploding color. Okay, now I'm going to dry one more time. So I have gotten everything dry. It looks really good. I love how all the colors just sort of get absorbed in the petals. They just, I don't know, look very earthy and very beautiful. Now I can leave my picture like this, or I can take a gel pen and I can outline it. I'm going to use my Signal, like the skinny version of the Signal. And I think I'm just going to outline. And your outlines do not have to be perfect when you do this. I'm just going to outline my tulip here. And it just makes all the pieces kind of, I don't know, pop off the paper a little bit more. I don't even really need to outline this because you can see how separated those are. You may not even be able to see my pen marks because it just looks like such a good divide from the paint color itself. And there we go. There is our beautiful spring tulip with purple and a touch of yellow. And this technique, guys, I don't know if I said it earlier, but it's called charging. When you add one paint to another and that paint kind of explodes, it's called charging. I hope you guys give this tulip a try. I hope you had fun making it. Or if you do it, I hope you have fun. Like I said, I've made a few this week and I've had a lot of fun doing them. And I love doing the videos. If you guys will, if you will hit that like and subscribe button and, you know, try my videos out. Leave me some comments, hopefully good ones, and let me know if you like our work. Have a great day.